This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by the advanced Adobe Flash platform, Virgin America, the first airline with fleet-wide Wi-Fi, GoDaddy,
and NBC's longest-running daytime show, Days of Our Praggers.
Like the sands through an hourglass, so are the days of our praggers.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put ear in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Diggnation, episode number 207. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news site dig.com. That's dig.com.
That's right, and we are here
Here.
at the MSNBC Digital Cafe.
Yes, we are.
In 30 Rockefeller. Thank you so much. And we have some winners from the contest that we did at Revision 3 sitting in the audience. What's up,
Say
Pete?
hi.
What's up, winners?
That's awesome.
And not only that, I have to say, NBC has just really rolled out the red carpet
Yes.
for us. I mean, they supplied us with a bartender. It turns out, Rachel Maddow for MSNBC. Are you kidding me? How are you
awesome
doing?
is that?
I'm great. I'm having like sort of a hair of the dog moment right
I
now.
agree.
Laying
As
out the
are
buffet
we.
of breakfast liquors.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
Breakfast
great.
liquors are the best kind
We
of
did,
liquors.
we did a live show last night, so we could use some breakfast
Yes.
liquor.
Well, I'll hook you guys up. I'm making some, breakfast cocktails. You'll
I
be
love it.
fine.
And you're going to make some stuff for the audience as well? I love it.
They're good.
Oh, they are? All right.
See
I
how
like
that
it.
goes. Yeah. I
What's
think
in a
so.
breakfast cocktail? It's not like
Is it like small
Like-
croissants crushed
Well,
into something?
the fruit.
Bacon.
So it's got your vitamins for the day.
Good. I like that.
Strawberries. We're making a cocktail called the La Sucette.
Oh,
which is,
yes.
which is strawberries and a little lillet, which is a French thing, which is which is liquor.
I like that.
And lemon juice. It's good for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
excited. I can't wait.
Revitalize.
Yeah.
And then I have to say, thanks to our old pal Jimmy Fallon for bringing us down some hot chocolate.
brought-
This
this
was the
is
best
dumbasses.
thing. We were literally on the way here, and I got a phone call from Prager that was like, yeah, Jimmy Fallon just came down with like a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. I was like, hey guys, where are the guys? And they're like, nobody's here. So we ended up leaving. So thank you, Jimmy.
Yes.
I really appreciate
How
it.
thick is? Have a sip of that. You
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna have a sip of that. I saw how thick it looked like
It's
tar.
thick.
I love you, Jimmy.
I'll have it.
Dude,
Come
you want to try
on.
it? I don't know. It could be not chocolate. Or
You're
it could
like,
just
I don't
be-
want it. It looks too much like chocolate.
Just try a little
How is it?
taste.
Oh my God.
You might have to break through the surface.
Yeah. There might be mammoths in the bottom.
It's like chocolate soup.
Yes.
See, I'm thinking he might have just melted chocolate and then been like, oh, this will be funny.
I know.
I'm gonna give him
It's
cups
really
of
good.
chocolate.
No, you should try it. It's
All right,
really
I'll try
good.
a little bit.
Try a little sip of that.
Now I can't be the guy who doesn't have.
No,
Jimmy
don't
Fallon's
ruin your
chocolate.
palate for the strawberries.
I know. I'll
boys.
be like, dude, chocolate and strawberries. What up,
That
morning?
goes well, actually.
Hello.
It's getting like creepy 70s romantic.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that thick?
You gotta chew it a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hot chocolate, you gotta chew.
All right.
I mean,
good
I guess
times.
that there's a place. I feel like I'm in like 1912 Paris. It's all this chocolate and strawberries. Yeah, I just had a weird
You're gonna
past
knock
life
this over.
experience. Either that or a seizure. All right, shall we get into the story?
Let's do it.
All right, first story. Well, first off, last night, just gonna say, live show, maybe not the most informational show,
Right.
right? Live shows, there could be great news popping
We had
off.
a
joints.
guy like try and get on stage. Remember the security jumped him?
I barely remember that. There was a guy who's just drunk and in like
in
pajamas
underwear
or something.
like that.
And he was like, "Hey guys," and I was like, "We hired ninjas? When did this happen?"
That was
So
awesome.
there's a lot of news that's been popping about from E3, which I was doing covering
We
for
didn't
the
cover it
Totally
all
Rad Show.
yesterday.
But hard to throw E3 information out at a live show. So we
Yes.
saved a lot of that for now.
Yes.
Thusly, I give you thy stories.
Begin.
I don't know why I just went back to the Middle Ages. Xbox 360 getting full retail game delivered on demand. Big deal. I know there's a smattering of applause, and it wasn't even a smattering. 1,549 people dug this story, submitted by Reckless1280. Microsoft's E3 keynote was so jam-packed with the company decided to wait until afterwards to announce what might be the biggest new feature of them all, on-demand access to full retail games. Now, this is a big deal because usually when they do these on-demand things, you actually pay less for the game. Because they don't need to produce
it's a digital
it.
download.
It's a digital download.
There's no plastic. There's no
plastic.
manuals.
Also, talk about less impact on the environment. You know, we can be those
It's always
guys
good.
and be
Good
like,
to be green.
You know, let's be green. I don't need another CD to go in some hole somewhere.
That's right.
But this brings up a lot of issues because there have been certain companies, Walmart being one of them, who have been very, very adamantly against digital downloads for obvious reasons.
Right, of course.
They make money when you buy the copy in the store. To the point of when Warhawk, which is a PS3 game, was offered for digital downloads, they couldn't only offer it with digital downloads because Walmart said, we'll just pull all the PS3 stuff off of our, that'll be good for your company. Can't buy anything for you in Walmart. How's that sound?
Basically, like saying we're going to pull your entire line of games.
Yep, that's it.
That's really shitty, actually.
Well, or smart, but in a bad way,
Right.
Like totally like, I'm a smart man who is kind of a dick.
Well, I can control what you do because I'm that big. I mean, it's classic.
Right.
It's like
Exactly.
it's Middle Ages politics.
Exactly.
My caveman larger than your caveman. Therefore, I
Right.
get your cave.
Right, exactly. And that's, Walmart has the biggest cave, I think.
And this is just something, this is another industry that's going to be affected by this stuff, and it's going to take a few years, and there's going to be some like posturing back and forth.
Well,
and then
because
all
you
of a
can
sudden
get
it's all gonna be
digital, movies right now on the 360 and the PS3.
Right.
So clearly they fought that industry and were like, hey, I get it. You can also have the DVDs, but
But I think we're at the bandwidth-wise, like we're at the speeds now that we can receive, like everyone's at like at least 10 megabits now, right? Except for you, you're like at 2 still, right?
two. I think you mean 25.
Are you serious? Did you upgrade?
Yeah, dude, I have FiOS.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah,
got that. I
suck
forgot
it.
about it. Well, you had. Damn it.
Come throwing around numbers when you don't got FiOS.
I don't have files. I have Comcastic.
Oh, that sounds like something that you need.
It was like
antibiotics for.
it was. It's not so hot. But yes, I'm
But
excited.
there's some other things that came out of the 360 press conference that I thought were really cool as far as that side goes. 1080p downloads for your HD movies now. It was 720p for the HD movie rentals.
Right, that's awesome.
1080p big. They said now it's an instant on play where you basically say, I'd like that to 1080p, and it just starts playing.
I don't know
How
if
they
I can
do
buy
that? All right, I don't know about me.
Magic.
Magic.
It has
Maybe
to
they
be.
finally got Warlocks hired over at Microsoft to be like, oh yeah, I mean, we could try to figure it out technically, or we could have Beelzebub over there with something really weird up, but we're gonna need 4 donkeys, 2 virgins, and a virgin daiquiri.
And it can only work at Walmart.
And then, yeah, right.
Yes.
And it only works for 5 minutes.
I have a feeling that I don't know. I'm still gonna go to Best Buy if it's a big ass game because some of these games are gonna be like 4 or 5 gigs, right? And you have to sit there and wait probably 2 days.
And that's the other thing is that
unless it's by level. Can you download it first, get like the initial first couple levels, and then it's a progressive download after that? See what I'm saying?
Oh wow, I'll talk to the Warlock.
How awesome is that?
It's amazing. I don't know
Wouldn't that be
technically
great
if that's
if you
even
could like
possible.
start and as it's downloading the other levels as it's going in.
Will it bug you guys if
Yeah.
I shake?
Oh, shake away.
Shake away, please.
Go
What
ahead.
are you
keep
shaking?
talking.
Let's talk about the shaking
It's just,
here.
it's your liquor. Don't worry. You're
I
fine.
like
Keep
that.
going.
I like that. No reason not to shake your liquor. That's what I say.
Yes.
So there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of really good potential stuff. The Last FM stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Just go read the blogosphere.
All right. Next story of the day. This one is a good one with 1,441 digs submitted by Jimstar38. Man wakes from brain surgery as a talented artist. How
What?
nuts is this?
Everybody's gonna be lining up for brain surgery. That's all I'm saying. That's all you have to do.
no,
Just go
it's
through
actually a
16
sad
hours
story.
of brain. How's it sad? He's an artist.
Let me explain.
I'm sorry,
You're
please
basically
explain.
walking over this man.
I am.
Okay, until the stroke,
Oh.
Alan was unable to draw or paint. The best he could do was manage simple 2D stickman. And then after a 16-hour operation following his stroke, he found that he became Michelangelo and was able to draw and paint with incredible detail. Apparently, he's selling out all his shows now.
Wow. Wait, he's selling.
Like,
what?
meaning he's selling his paintings and whatnot. Like, he's an artist. He's a full-blown artist.
So the downside was he had a stroke.
Right.
But the upside is he's now a talented
Holy
artist
shit.
that's making money. Wow.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, right? People who can see.
Was he trying to be an artist before and he was failing, or he had never tried before? And now he has new confidence thanks to the stroke.
I think he was just doing stickmen back then.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably like, I mean, I don't know. I've never, I mean, well, I have tried a couple times to be an artist,
Have
quote
you?
unquote. Yeah, like, well, my grandmother's a painter and sculptor.
There's no paintings. There's none of your paintings up at your house.
Her sketches? There's
No, but
sketches
yours.
and paintings. Well, yeah, because I suck. My paintings look like I'm just having a stroke.
Are you a macaroni man? Do you have like
Yes,
what-
I made
You're like,
self-portraits
"Here's my
out of macaroni.
art."
I went through a whole macaroni phase in my artwork about a month ago. It was crazy.
I actually heard that Beck. He was
Yeah.
doing like macaroni art, like just for the
Yeah.
fun of it, and they were
Sure.
selling for like $15,000.
Well, that's the thing.
That's when you know you've made it. When
Yeah.
you're just like, some macaroni on a piece of paper, and someone's like, I'll pay 15 grand for that.
Wait, who did that? Beck?
Beck.
I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. We should do that. We should just
I
like draw
know.
weird stuff and.
Glenn can do that kind of shit.
Glenn, you.
Can't draw worth shit.
Well, there you go, Glenn. We're just waiting on a stroke, and then here we go. I mean, look, obviously strokes are horrible, and that's not good that
But
this
this
guy
is
had
one positive
but
outcome.
If there's
We can all
anything
agree to that.
positive that's coming out of this, it's that the man is now an artist.
Right.
I wonder if he can draw stickmen now.
Probably not.
That would be
Wouldn't
awesome.
that be shitty if he's like, I can't do my fucking stickman anymore?
I know. I used to sell those so much. He's like, or how great would it be? What's that one, the Stickman Theater or whatever that's on the internet?
I haven't seen that.
Stickman Theater? Wasn't that what it's called? XKCD
Yeah,
that's on
yeah.
that thing? How great
Absolutely.
would it be if he was that guy and he's like, I can't do my work anymore. None of my
He's the
stickmans look
XKCD
real.
guy. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
Well, it's good. It's good that he's better, and now even better.
Yes.
Although I will say it would have been cooler if he had like gotten super strength or something.
There are other things, aren't there?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like
there's a lot of
that
cool
guy
stuff.
that can read with 2 eyes at the same time?
Yeah.
One on each page?
Yeah, the guy who the Rain Man's based
Yeah,
on.
Rain Man's based on,
Ki-
yeah.
Kim.
That's
Kim
nuts.
Peaks.
He like
Kim
separates
Peaks.
his
What's up,
eyes and
knowledge?
then reads down the pages.
I know. How crazy is that? He's like, and it takes like 2 seconds on each. All right, here we go. This is happening.
Cocktail.
Oh,
What?
yes.
There you go.
This is epic.
It's not meant to be emasculating. I'm sorry that they're pink.
I was just about to say this may be the most masculine drink we've ever had on Diggnation.
You cannot,
Cheers.
if the garnish tickles your nose, you can take it off.
I'm good with it.
I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
Well,
It's
Depends
to
on if
get
you like that sort of-
accentuate the effervescence.
Yeah.
This is damn good.
it's pretty good, isn't it?
You actually know how to make these things.
I know.
Holy crap!
It's the only thing I do other than be on TV.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
You should try drawing stick figures too. You may have a hidden talent. I don't know.
it's
I heard
true.
you were creating your own shaker, though. Is that true?
Yeah, we actually have these. We don't have
Oh.
T-shirts or anything for the Rachel Maddow Show, but we have cocktail shakers. This is their first day we've using
Dude,
them.
so
Nice.
smart. Are you kidding me?
So where can people find those?
You can buy them at the Experience store at Rockefeller Center here
Nice.
at NBC. So soon, sometime really soon, as soon as we get more than 3 of them.
I love it.
Yeah.
We know how that
Right?
works.
Soon. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, we had some
Oh, damn.
prototypes for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Glenn,
then
try
it's
a sip
good
of
for
this,
you.
man.
Fruit.
That wasn't hard.
That was
I'm
quick.
like, Glenn, I'll take a sip.
I'll have it. I'll take 5.
I'll make some more for you guys. Don't worry.
Is that
Oh,
good?
that is good.
Refreshing, isn't it?
You got something right here.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. What was that?
Don't.
That was a
don't
piece of
ask.
strawberry.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody wants to know.
Next story, your
Good
turn.
stuff. Oh yeah, hold on. You know, there is something to the hair of the dog.
There
I have to
is.
say, because that's good. Yeah. All right. I don't know where everybody else works, but Canon employees forbidden to sit down or walk at normal paces. 2000. Yeah. No, there's some guffaws, but wait till I read the story. 2,078 people dug the story submitted by Surferess. In the hallways, an employee walks slower than 5 meters every 3.6 seconds, and an alarm and flashing lights are set off.
This isn't in the United States.
Of course not. Are you kidding me? You know how much the unions would be like, fuck you. I'm taking another break just because you mentioned me taking breaks is a problem. And I love your unions. I'm in too. Hey. Reminding the poor, startled workers that he is an inefficient waste of air. Even better, or worse, there is a sign on the floor in said hallway that reads, "Let's rush. If we don't, the company and world will perish."
Wow.
The
What?
world will
I
perish.
know. I was like, I could get the company thing where you're like, oh man, yeah, the company's gonna go down if I don't skitter a little bit more.
Right.
But, or the world. That's like saying babies are dying because you're reading the sign. Well, why did you put the sign there? I didn't want to read it. But it's there. You have to read things.
Where is Canon out of? What are they based out of? I don't want to make any guesses.
So here we go. First off,
Corporate info.
they also took out all of the chairs in the office, so there are no chairs. And all the tables are like really high, so you can't even like lean or sit on a table. Like, really? You're not gonna let me lean and sit on a table? So the president of Canon Electronics, guy whose name I'm not gonna try, is also the author of a book proposing some of the same measures. So I guess he wrote this big book on how to like super whip your guys and girls into shape. And now he's saying like, oh look, I back it up. I'm putting all this stuff into it.
On the flip side, they do make pretty damn good digital cameras.
Not gonna lie to
Not
you.
gonna lie to you, they are phenomenal.
This gets a Mark II in my
The
hand.
I just got
Yeah.
a Mark II. It's amazing.
Really? Does it have any
Yes.
dead pixels
No,
in the video?
I haven't checked yet.
Okay, you should check.
'Cause
Because
it-
Mike
does it
from
have
TRS has
any?
had
That
3.
sucks.
And he's like, there's a dead pixel. And he goes, and Canon literally goes, there's one dead pixel? There are 20.1 million freaking pixels. One dead pixel. And he's like, yeah, but it's video. There's like this little dot on the guy's like, yeah. So
I
he's
see.
returned it, and then he's gotten 2 back, and they've all had dead pixels. So I guess it's a big problem.
It's a new technology.
But they make them really fast.
Really
Yeah.
fast. And mainly because they don't sit.
Right.
Well, first off, I've gone on record a lot here in saying the 40-hour week, suit and tie, office building thing was just not my speed. Just wasn't my speed. Did you ever do that stuff?
The 40-hour week. Yes.
No, but I mean like in an office. Like Dig is different. You can go in there and you're like, it's like beanbag chairs and Web 2.0 shit. But
Yeah, but we still work like 60 hours a week. It's
that's
nuts.
crazy. Why do you do that?
As you sip your little mimosa. That's awesome.
This is work. Jesus.
How well do they pay the employees though? Because if you're getting like a couple $100,000 a year and you just have to bust ass, I'll do that shit, right? You're just basically just running around.
I would give you and me maybe 20 minutes of a workday at Canon Experience before I would check out.
It'd be kind of fun though at the same time.
How is that fun? That's like going to prison camp.
Good
would be fun.
exercise. You're always
Going
moving.
to prison, right?
It's like 2 things in one. You don't have to go to the gym. You're always moving around, doing shit.
Well, I don't think that they're always moving. It's not like they can be standing at their little workstation like tapping or the alarm goes off. It's not. I mean, at some point they need to get to the station they work at.
Right.
It's just when you're
I love
walking
how
to the
you just like,
bathroom.
this is what they do. This is your little.
I'm looking at a picture and they're all doing this. It's electronics. What are they? It's not going to be like bang.
I think
I'm
it
making
is
a camera with a giant freaking hammer.
Wow.
It's like,
Mark II.
I know. Bam! Yeah, it's just one solid brick of plastic, and it's like, BAM! And the camera's going. So stupid. I think that's how Detroit works. Big hammers. BAM!
Japan.
It doesn't say. No,
Japan.
does it say Japan?
Yeah, I looked on the website.
All right, you made
Yeah.
that up.
I was serious. It's,
Japan.
yeah. Anyway, good luck to them
Yeah.
and
need a
enjoy your
union.
jobs.
Well, they are. You know what? They're not going to throw clots in their legs. You know, some people like they got those aerodynamic chairs because they're. Really?
Is it buzzing in your ear? Like every time we get a call?
It's not me. Was it you?
It was probably me.
Boo.
Sorry, Glenn. I'll turn off the phone.
Airplane mode.
Airplane mode.
Airplane mode.
Is
It's
it
probably
worse?
getting worse because we all turned our phones on, Glenn. Glenn's like, somebody's getting a text message and it's like, now
All
it
right.
sounds like they're. What are you doing? Airplane
Turn
mode.
airplane mode on. There we go.
Yeah,
Airplane on.
air.
Engaged.
Engaged. All right, your story.
All right.
Nobody work at Canon unless you want really strict Canon stuff.
Next story of the day. I love their cameras. With 1,493 Dig 7MI Spegman Sweet ice cream that doesn't melt.
Now this.
Who's excited about that? Nobody.
All right, Ron Richards, excited about it in the back. I love it.
Cold Stone is about to release ice cream that doesn't melt. It simply transforms into Jello-like pudding.
Isn't theoretically that
sounds
melting?
Really nasty.
And first off, what kind of weird chemical crap needs to be in there in order to? What does it have? What happens when it's in your stomach?
It's just you probably shit a cone out with it, like the same way that it came in.
Oh, that'd be awesome. You like
That'd
get
be
out.
horrible.
You like stand up. You look in. And you're like, is that an ice cream cone? What the hell is that?
This is ice cream now, but wait in a minute, it'll be slurry.
Oh, I love it.
That's horrible. I don't know. There's certain things I don't want done to my food. This seems like an extra additive or 10 to make this happen.
Bro, or magic again.
There
I mean,
you
it
go.
could just be like wizards going, it'll turn into a frog after a while.
It is Cold Stone.
The thing
Yeah.
though is that the earth turns things into pudding.
Yes.
if you leave them in the sun.
Yes.
You know, like the Earth turns enough stuff into pudding in a bad way to try to harness science in order to turn other foodstuffs into pudding.
Yeah.
It's just like that's like messing with the god of decomposition. Just,
Yeah. Well, and
Right.
also, part
Yeah.
of the fun with eating ice cream is trying to eat it as fast as you freaking can before it melts.
Right.
Right? And I'll tell it is pudding. Thank you. Glenn. And also, when you have an ice cream cone, the best part of the ice cream cone is the crap that's melting off. You have to you know what I mean? If you had to ice cream sucks at times.
I don't
I'm not
know.
gonna lie to you. When you get that really hard best ice cream, what's your favorite ice cream? I'm gonna blow your mind here for a second. McDonald's soft serve vanilla.
No.
Thank you, Amin.
That's
McDonald's soft
nasty
serve.
as hell.
How is that nasty? It is
It's
already in a.
McDonald's. Everything they do is nasty.
I disagree.
Although their fries are damn good.
See?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You
they're
just
fucking-
proved my point.
Oh, and the egg McMuffins. When you're hungover, come on.
See? Keep talking. What else?
Okay,
I had some
God
chicken
damn it.
nuggets maybe the other day. What? Barbecue sauce? Best barbecue sauce in the world?
Okay, the best ice cream is Thrifty. Does anybody know Thrifty?
With the
Chocolate
gas
malted
station?
crunch. That shit is good. You know? Yes, there we go.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
It's
Dude,
the
where were
best,
my
the little
McDonald's
white
peeps? I mean, you were
balls.
right, but there
Oh,
was
the
no
Trigger Gun's the
life-changing
best.
experiences.
It's so good. You've never had Thrifty ice cream?
Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. I thought Thrifty was like a gas and
They are. They're like a gas station, like mini mart thing. Like,
Oh,
It's like-
I'm
it's like
sorry. McDonald's is so horrible way to get your ice cream, but go to the freaking gas station
it's
and
like-
you're walking by the beef jerky and chips, and you're like,
more
I'll
a
have a cone,
Walgreens.
please.
It's more like a
Oh,
Walgreens.
because that makes it
That's
better.
a step up. is it
I'm
not?
gonna go process my hour-long photo and get some ice cream.
Basically, yes.
Walgreens is actually a good company. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
There were some jokes in there, but let's be serious.
here's the flavors that they have coming out, just so you
God.
know, in case you go to Cold Stone. Butterscotch Velvet. Doesn't sound too
alright.
bad.
That's
Butterscotch,
alright.
Butterfinger, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and caramel.
Well, that sounds like
This is like
everything I
Cold
like.
Stone is just like they
Well, you
basically
know
just
Cold
throw
Stone,
a bunch
right?
of shit in there. Yeah. So they
Cold
chop
Stone-
the shit up on the stone in front of you.
Yeah, the Cold Stone.
Right.
Where they just and fold stuff in.
I gotta admit, the first time I went to Cold Stone, I was kind of blown away. 'Cause
Bro,
I'm
how
like,
could you
they're-
not be blown away?
Where they have the Cold Stone, they're just beating the shit out of the ice
Yeah,
cream.
and they're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't know, vanilla." And they're, I'm like, "All right, you could have not thrown it on the counter."
I just don't understand why do they beat the shit out of ice cream when you don't order any additional toppings? Like you're like vanilla, and they just start hitting the shit out of it, and you're like, you're not even adding anything. You're just beating up the ice cream at this point.
I'm pretty sure that's just because it's like
Just to
people who are
soften it
trained
up.
there. No, the people who are trained there are like, first thing you do is you take whatever they say and you put it on the Cold Stone, and then you beat the crap out of it. And then if they want anything added, you put that in, and they beat the crap out of it some more. So it's like these
It's
kids
in
are
their
like, "What do you
manual.
want, sir?"
It's like step
vanilla. It's
3.
like, okay.
And then they ring the bell. Have you guys seen them when they ring the bell and they get the tips?
Yeah.
And like you see somebody before you do it, and you're like, fuck, now I have to tip them because
course.
I look like a guy that didn't ring the bell.
Because all of a sudden you like walk out and they were like, I didn't hear any bells. Did you not? You didn't think it was
Did I not
fine
beat the shit out of the ice cream enough for you?
Yeah. Or they go like this, put their hand on the bell.
Right, totally.
They ring a bell to let everybody know whether or not
Yeah.
you tipped.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's basically calling you out on whether you're tipping or not.
Yeah.
That's like a tip mugging.
It is.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
is.
it's not.
And if you just put a little bit, it's like a ding. So you kind of want to like have a girthy ring of the bell.
I'm like, wank.
Girthy
Well,
didn't even make sense in that.
No, not at all. It's all right. I see what was happening. What they should do, though, is ring the bell if you don't tip. Right? Because they just hold the hand, and then it's like, ding, 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 ding. All right. Jesus, there. Fudge. They don't want it to be too bad, though.
That's a good call.
All right, Cold Stones. Interesting. Ice cream that shan't melt, which I don't even know why I said shan't. All right. Well, before we get to the last story, right? So before we do
Sponsors
that,
first,
let's hit
yes.
some sponsors. So Adobe, the Adobe Flash platform provides everything you need to develop an application. Dude, I love all their Air stuff. It's amazing. Content, video, operating systems, and devices. Adobe has announced further advancements in the Adobe Flash platform with the beta available of Adobe Flash Builder 4, formerly Flex Builder, all right? Adobe Flash Catalyst, and the open source Flex 4 framework. So all of you designers and video coders out there that just went, yes! And everybody else was like, cool. That's what happened, literally. Revision 3 was at the Adobe Flash Camp, and we interviewed a bunch of engineers and production managers who worked on the updated platform. So at the end of this episode, we actually have a ton of video sort of going over all the crazy new Flash stuff that's coming out of Adobe. So
There is a
love
new
you, Adobe.
Adobe just came out with something really awesome And
Probably
I
this
can't
thing.
remember. I know that I agree is awesome, but there was something else where they're doing little notifications. They're creating a universal system to publish notifications. Wave, it's awesome. Yeah,
All right, Adobe Wave, that's cool.
yeah, you got to check out Adobe Wave. It is
Adobe
really,
kills
really cool.
it, dude. Seriously.
They do.
There's certain stuff that you do. They're like the Xerox of graphic stuff. I mean, they got everything. Flash is everywhere. I mean, and the Air stuff. I mean, a lot of the applications that we love are written on Air.
Like TweetDeck and a bunch
TweetDeck's
of
great, yeah.
Seismic Desktop. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like a bunch of good stuff. All right.
right, more sponsors.
Next sponsor, Virgin America. Day in the Cloud by Google Apps and Virgin America is taking place on June 24th, 2009. Virgin America is the first airline to offer in-flight Wi-Fi on every flight, and they are teaming up with Google to take cloud computing to new heights for the first ever online scavenger hunt to be played simultaneously in the air and on the ground for one day, June 24th. Virgin America will be giving its guests free Wi-Fi that day to encourage travelers to get their nerd on. Google gathering a small group of game extraordinaire to come up with puzzles, trivia, and brain teasers. So basically, you go on this flight.
Sorry, my brain was teased. What?
Yes. You go on this flight, and you have to take place in this competition. And
Yeah.
there's
Take place in this competition?
yes. I need
All the places in this
another drink,
competition,
please.
please.
One more of these. It's going to last for 24 hours. It's dayinthecloud.com. Here's what the winners receive, though.
Oh.
If you complete all these puzzles and brain teasers and you actually are the winner of this package.
5 winners.
Wait, is it a treasure hunt too? That you
It's
have to
like
like
a
find?
a
treasure hunt.
scavenger treasure hunt.
I don't know that there are a lot of things to find in airplanes that you're
Well,
allowed
no, it's
to
like
take.
it's on the internet. So it's like you chase the rabbit down the internet stuff.
So you're fake finding things.
Fake finding.
Right. Virtually finding
Virtually
things.
Finding
finding.
virtual
Cyber
things.
finding things.
Cyber finding.
Yes.
But what happens to the 5 people that win?
The 5
This is
people that
crazy.
win get free flights for a year,
Free flights.
free in-flight Wi-Fi for a year,
Free Wi-Fi year.
an HP netbook computer,
A computer to use on the Wi-Fi on the airplanes.
1 terabyte of Google storage for all your photos and email, and that's it. That's pretty. That's
What do you
pretty
mean
good.
that's it? That's awesome.
Yes. So you must be 18 years or older to participate and a legal U.S. resident. Some restrictions apply to several details.
Nice.
And dayinthecloud.com to play.
Epic. All right, GoDaddy.com starting at less than $5 a month. Web hosting from GoDaddy.com includes 99% uptime, 24/7 support, free access to GoDaddy.com's hosting connection, the place to quickly install over 50 free applications like WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, OS Commerce, and more. Plus, enter the code DIG5 when you check out and save an additional $10 off any order of $40 or more. See site for details. Some restrictions apply. That was really loud out
Whoa,
here.
that
Like I heard that a lot of places.
Actually, went over the loudspeaker.
Also, check out revision3.com/GoDaddy for all of the GoDaddy codes across all of the cool Revision 3 stuff. Now,
Last story.
ladies and gentlemen, how many people here are fans of Star Wars? Hey, all right.
All right.
How many people here saw the Star Wars Old Republic cinematic trailer? One guy.
Oh,
no,
you are
this
in
is
for a
perfect.
treat.
This
How
is
many
perfect.
times did you see it? Yeah.
Me too. I love it. Okay, so here's this interesting piece of news, and then we're going to take a break, and everybody's going to watch that giant frickin' screen of amazingness. Star Wars The Old Republic cinematic trailer. 2,833 people dug the story, submitted by Coddling. The sacking of Coruscant. It was the crowning achievement of the Sith Empire's ambitious military strategy and the movement that changed the history of the Old Republic forever. You may have read about it before, but our first cinematic trailer captures this event with breathtaking action and beautiful detail. This is the trailer for Star Wars Old Republic, which will be out sometime.
Let's take a look.
Our time has come. For 300 years, we prepared.
300 years.
We grew stronger. While you rested in your cradle of power,
Power.
believing your people were safe and protected.
This is working.
Wow. You're in 3D.
You were trusted to lead the Republic, but you were deceived. Perhaps our powers of the dark side have blinded you. You assumed no force could challenge you. And now,
I love that music.
finally, we have returned. Deceived. And now your republic shall fall.
First off, the audio worked. What up? Good work, Rod. So here's the thing. I am so over the moon excited about this game. It's not even funny.
Okay.
I was excited about this game before that happened. Oh, I'll take a little hit. Yeah, come on.
I'll get you new garnish, guys.
Oh,
Oh, I
thank
like
you.
it. New garnish.
So
here's the
that
thing. Here's
was
some
actual
info.
gameplay footage. I
That was
take it.
in-game footage.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
actually going to be a lot like
Dragon Lair.
Dragon Slayer, but for Jedis. No.
He's kidding.
So here's the thing, and this is what people always talk about with those types of things, because they showed that off at E3, it blew my mind, and everybody that I was like so excited about this game, it's a new MMO that's going to be coming out from BioWare, and they were all like, but you haven't seen anything. It's all just, you know, a cool cutscene. Yes, but this is what I say to that.
Mm-hmm.
That is better than any of the new Star Wars movies, in my opinion, as far as what I want out of Star Wars, right? So that means that the guys and girls who are creating this game understand what I want out of Star Wars.
You're hoping.
So I'm not. What do you mean I'm hoping? I saw it. There's no way
Yeah,
that
but-
those guys would make that, and then the game is like, wang, right? I mean, that would be the worst ad
Let's hope
campaign
so.
in the history. It just turns
That
into
would
a
be
weird
awesome.
slapstick game. Because that was the problem I
It's
had
like
with
a
a lot of the
2D
new
side
stuff.
scroller, and you're like, how
How
you
did
get
that
from
happen?
there?
That would actually be really funny. They should do that just as good viral marketing to put out like this really crappy side scroller where you're like one of those weird robots and you're like, ping. Oh, there's a Jedi here somewhere. What? Wang. I mean, literally, it was like Keystone
You can't
Cops
even
there
play
at
the
beginning.
Jedis, you just play the robot.
The robots, and there's like a Jedi goes by and you're like, oh, damn it.
You have to,
I saw a
you have to
Jedi.
like service the Jedis. You have to bring them shit.
That'd be
It's like bonus points. You're like, here's breakfast, sir. You're like, fuck, this game sucks.
You're like, I know I'm serving the rebellion, but come on.
I'm helping in my little way.
I
I don't
know.
get that.
It's like a Star Speeder serviceman. And you're like, oh, dude, I'm in the pits. Go back there and kick some butt. Woo! Oh, man, that's my gun. I fixed that gun.
Oh,
So,
God.
so there's so much goodness in there, and there's a lot of like, there's some, interesting treats about that. They've announced. Thank you so much, dude.
thank
You
you
are
very
killing
much.
it out here. I love it.
Appreciate that.
Extra liquor in that one.
Oh,
Oh,
what? Oh, I love that. That gets you an applause. I love it.
and
They
I
announced the.
spilled. Sorry.
Man, this is
Apologize.
good. so they announced the Bounty Hunter class before, but there's some things in that trailer that show you that they're going to have flamethrowers, that they're going to be able to fly. I know that wasn't a big thing, but Bounty Hunters getting a jetpack was a big deal in Star Wars Galaxies. The old thing that I saw, it took like 7,000 years to get. So I have a couple more thousand years to go, and then I'll get one. Yeah.
Question.
Shoot, please.
Why do, and this is probably the most stupid question in the world, and Star Wars fans are going to hate me for it. Why do the bad guys just have red swords? Like, why lightsabers? Why is it like, is there a reason for the red color?
Yes. There are different crystals.
You're lying. You're
No,
just making
I'm
this shit
not.
up. Are you serious?
There are different crystals that go into a Jedi's lightsaber, and each crystal has different attributes to them.
What does the red do?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm sure.
Evil. The red does
Evil. It does evil. But so it can like boost your powers in some way and help channel energies and all that stuff. Plus, red is evil.
Right.
Red means bad.
Yeah,
But also
I wonder
the
when they lit
good-
up all their swords, I'm like, the sword or the lightsaber designer was like, this will look good. You guys will all be like
all
together.
red.
You're
It'll
all
be
red.
like really weird.
It
There's,
matches
like,
your outfits.
One guy has a pink. He's like, damn it.
I know. He's like, fuck, why'd I
brought,
get pink this
I brought my
time?
party sword. I didn't realize there was a fight. It's like, what? Why'd you bring your pink sword, Bill? I was like, sorry. I thought we were going to a rave.
I have another theory, though, because I think that Star Wars is the mass consumption guys in another land fighting each other thing, even
Right.
for people who don't otherwise enjoy those things.
Yeah.
And having all of the bad guys have swords of one color and all of the good guys have swords of a different color, it's very easy for people who aren't used to looking at big fight scenes of aliens to tell one side
that's
from the
true.
other. It actually makes it a simpler thing to absorb visually.
Right.
That's interesting. I
And
didn't
you can
example,
tell who's
yeah.
winning too, right?
And also,
Like,
they
oh, I see
they
five
all wear black, and then the good guys all wear this sort of brown, tan colors.
Yeah.
It's another way.
It's so, like, Star Wars has to sort of super serve people who love Star Wars, but then it also has to serve people who don't care, who
Right.
will consume it just because it's Star Wars.
That's interesting.
That's
I like
true.
that. It could be very well be true.
I'm sure it is.
And as far as the lore, it's crystals.
Right. All right. I think we're done.
All right. Shall we do the emails?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, did you get an email?
I did not.
All right.
All right.
How'd that go?
Everything got swept up. I was like trying to get an email, and then
I could just read some of my work emails.
yeah. Why do you do that? How's everything going? I should just check into my Virgin flight on the way home for tomorrow. All right. Well, if you'd like to have your email read on the show when we pick one, you can send them to dignationfans@gmail.com. We do
Yes.
want to thank MSNBC for having us here at the Digital Cafe and Rachel
Rachel
Maddow.
Maddow,
for coming
yes.
out. Thank you so much.
Thank you for making the drinks.
Really appreciate it. That is it for this week's episode of Diggnation. I'm Alex Albright.
I'm Kevin Rose. Until next time.
Be well.
Aren't you cocktail shaker?
Yes.
They're a little sticky just because I grabbed them, but they're clean.
Oh, I love it. What's up?
Those are awesome.
The word that I would describe today as is game-changing.
What we're working on and what's happened with Flash is it's really evolved as a technology from being original animation player on the web to really growing into a full platform now.
And we have three main themes for this release. Basically, most people start an application either thinking about the design or thinking about the data, so we've really tried to enable that in Flash Builder 4.
The power lived in the wrong hands when it came to designing a really rich internet application. The designer would hand off a static comp to a developer and then lose all control over the actual final look and feel of an application.
Flash Builder 4, I think, really enables a much better workflow between designers and developers.
What this release does is it really puts that power back in the designer's hands to own the visual appearance all the way into building an actual Flex application.
They can build out whatever design they envision, they can import that into Flash Builder, you can add all of your data connectivity and really keep your design the way the designer intended it.
I'm a developer, so Flash Builder is home for me. The features that are most important to me are almost silly. You know, there are things like the package view and the navigator. There are things that help me be more efficient.
So all of the types of like growing pains we go through with the new designer or a new project where we're sort of fleshing out what it's going to look like, how it's going to work, having some tools that sort of support and facilitate good communication is pretty awesome. So
all these tools are going to save me big time, like time and effort, less code, much easier to reduce the complexity of workflow.
And then you write all of your business logic in Flash Builder and deploy a great application that's just sort of going to revolutionize the kinds of expressive, exciting apps that you can build.